Okay. Okay. Why is it so bad? All right, 1 second. All right. Why is it the quality still so bad? Okay, well, that fixed that. Okay. Oop. All right. Let's get going. pull this back up. And share. Copy. We're just big chilling, sharing our stuff. Where's the other one? There it is. Okay, we got that going. Doing a quick stream for the purposes of kids taking a quick nap, and then I gotta finish with my chores after this. But for now, I am using a similar list to what Blazing is running. The only difference is I don't like 3 Deja Vus and I don't like Wounded Bull, so I'm playing this. But other than that, is fairly similar list. So what I took out for a potion was I added another Destructive Aether Tide. I'll have to click submit. Added a third Destructive Aether Tide, just so that way the blue count stays the same. And I just swapped out the 1-for-4 that they had for something that lets me target anything. Make this full screen. Music is by Panda Beats on YouTube, and my overlay is made by Clover on X. They are usually they're spell ages. Interesting. I kind of like that. I'll also block with Blazing next attack, because they're going to hit with a reaction, yeah. And target gets +1. Let's go again. This is a cool tech choice against Kano. But they can only have one. They can only have one of these. This is a one that hits if you don't control one. 10. Okay. Block 9. We don't have anything going on. I obviously don't want to just take unnecessary damage. But a new hand touches the beacon. We just Kano once. Prognosticate, sure. Send prognosticate. Nice. Send overflow. Now we take a decent chunk of damage. I should start chatting more about what I'm doing. So basically, what happened is I blocked everything last turn, so that way I could just draw some new cards, as the list is wanting me to find potions as fast as possible. I pitched the Destructive Aether Tide, so that way we can try and find something off the top. We found Prog that ate their Spell Sages, and I pitched Staff to try and get more resources here. And they A-bait it, so they have one less card. And we're in Arsenal here, so we have a hand that doesn't quite combo. Like, that's the two questions: is because the hand can the hand combo, or can it? We have one Blazing in the grave already, which is a little bit annoying. So we'll block here. Pass. Okay. And we just simply play potion. And I will pitch the Blazing here. I don't want it in hand. I'd rather have it in deck. Kano is fairly boring at the moment. Yes, I'll 100% agree with that. But the way that they have the decks situated, it's kind of hard not to with the prevalent of Arcane Barrier and Spell Void. Okay, so they get to see my Kindle. So on this hand is, can we combo? Theoretically, yeah, we could pitch both of these to a Kano activation as well as I. Much I'd much rather do is just see what they got going on. If they, so we can do a little one with Rags and still have our boots for the next wildfire we see. This is just 5. What I could do is just wait for my turn and send a Sonic Boom. They don't have Go again here, which I spoke too soon. It has Go again now. But I do agree with you, Ludiful. I think that's how you say it. If I'm wrong, correct me. Kano's gameplay style is fairly boring, but it is what we have to do to make the hero viable at the current moment. So I could do here, it's just another 5. That's fine. We don't need to commit anything. Pass. So knowing that they keep drawing cards here. Remembrance, interesting tech option with AB1. Maybe it's just a very grindy, Dory deck. I'm fine with just digging more. So here I will Kano with Eye of Affinia. I don't want any of those. Cool, Clarity Potion. That's awesome. Happy to see it. And then just pitch for damage. Like, we don't need much. Oh, yeah. The card hasn't left the arsenal for, well, I wouldn't say 100%. It's only been there for 2 turns. So it's not unreasonable for it to be. I'd rather have that into that. So we have another potion, so we can block out this turn. Like, I'd rather have this here so I can pitch some other stuff. We'll just block here, and we'll block the next attack that comes. Like, we're no rush. We're at 18, which is kind of low, but it's only realistically half our life. And they can only make one of these a turn. Realistically, yeah, this is going to be a bigger attack, but we only take 2 from it, and they don't get any extra things. This would have been an okay turn to combo, but I don't know if they would have committed like this if I did not block with the card, specifically an extender. But that's fine. We'll just block with this blue, play potion, and then we're fairly set up after that. We just need them to be out of resources again. We'll block 3. Down to 15. They only have AB1, and this is, like you said, probably an Oasis Respite, which is fine. They're off Tunic. We just need them to have an off turn as again. Like, yeah, they sent 10, which is not bad, but they're also just using Javiel. So my thought process is, from what I'm told from Blazing, is block out, play, if you have a potion, block out, play the potion, and ask yourself, can you combo from there? Then the following turn. Like, by no means Kano's. I like Kano. I like this deck, the way the deck does. A lot of people don't like the way this is, but this is what LSS has given us. This is what we have to do to ensure victory with the deck. So if LSS is not a fan of what we're doing, I recommend giving us some more cards. So this is a pretty good one because we can guarantee a blue, and we can guarantee a blue for Rags and a blue for Kindle. +3. Oh, So here we can go slowly but surely. We have to Kano once for sure. And then we have the Kano again. Because I want these two to be our Kano targets. Then we staff. Normally if you have a Kindle, you would, if these were swapped. Yes, every game is going to be the same. That is just the playstyle of Kano, which is unfortunate. There is a lot of space to make Kano something other than Wildfire. They just haven't given us anything better to do here. So with the two Kanos on the stack, we send Deja Vu Potion. This is to guarantee the blue for Ragamuffins and guarantee a blue for Kindle. So I want this altered here like that. So first we will Ragamuffins. Send that there. Submit opt. And then we get Aether Wildfire. Now we get the Lessons in Lava, which is awesome. And then we turn Metacarpus nodes on. And then we send Wildfire here. We pay the 1. And then we Kindle here, guaranteeing the blue. And even if this is Oasis Respite, we have +1, 2, 3 on top of it. So they get minus, yeah, oh, it just hit for 5. Okay. So now let's count our resources. We have Lessons in Lava here. And then we have a Kano activation here. We also have another Kano activation. What we don't have is enough to pay for a second Lessons in Lava, which is what I would do here if I had the option for it. I can just see what's on top right now. Because if it's already a blazing on top, that'd be cool. Then we can go search another one. So there is just a Lessons in Lava there. We'll submit that opt. Now let's think here. We have 2 Kano activations. So I will Kano here. Getting this. We'll turn this off. This is completely unnecessary. I should have just cast the original Lessons. I just got I'm just flexing now, essentially. I can't cast the second Lessons here that I got off the top. I should have just got a random card off the top with the second Kano ability. But yeah. Because now I can't cast this one. I should have just cast this one, and this Kano activation could be a random card I could play in between blazing. So I messed up there. I did say count our resources. I just thought for some reason, I literally said 20 seconds ahead of time that I don't have enough resources for a second Lessons. And I proceeded to Kano off the top a second Lessons for no reason. So we could have potentially had another card here. Like, I'm not dead. Like, yeah, I'm going to get hit for a little bit. And we still have Striders. For whatever we draw up next. They're at 4 with Arcane Barrier 1. So yeah, I was a dummy. I didn't need to send a... Oh, I didn't realize they had another attack, which is fine. We're at 2, they're at 4. Okay. Yeah, they could have been dead if I just potentially... We'll see what this top card is. So what I should have done is sent the Lessons, got blazing, Kano blazing off the top, and then said Potion of Deja Vu. Oh, we just have a Wildfire in hand. Okay. So we just win. Let's see what the top card is. Because if it's a brick, there's not much we can do about it. Okay. Storm Strider's resolve. Alright, it was either send this or die. They only have, that's 3, and then since they have only Arcane Barrier 1, this goes over it. So I got lucky in finding another Wildfire there, whereas I would need a lot more. And they hit. What is this? Until then, turn your target to a weapon whenever it deals damage. Instead, you may destroy defending equipment with less. Interesting. So they were trying to take out boots. Why don't they just do that on their... They could have just done that last turn and got rid of my boots. Interesting. So we got there. But yeah, I literally said I don't have enough resources for 2 lessons, and I proceeded to waste resources on trying to do a second lessons. This is why I do this, for learning purposes. So I like to just have people join my game, because then they willingly picked a Kano to play against, whereas that last match I forced a Kano matchup upon them. They chose to, which is okay. But sometimes I feel bad. Since I changed the deck, these buttons don't do as much. They will go first. I like going second anyways, unless they are in this weird build where they're on Arc Knight build. It's just another warrior. I do kind of want Springfield Tunic this time. Even though they do a decent chunk of damage, I'm going to still stick with the Spellfire Cloak because I think we can get there quick enough. They're not. They are also on Arcane Barrier 1. And we have a potion, so we just block as needed and play the potion. I do feel sorry for Lootful, as they are not a big fan of this Kano style anymore. I understand that. Theoretically, we could come up with a... I never blocked the first one, because they need to buff it by just anything. +2, that's not bad. 3. Sometimes they just go... Depending on the build, you could just all in on the first Obsidian Vein, because a lot of people might not respect the first one. And you just hand dump the first one and pass. Sigil. Okay. That's not Draconic, so that's the end of their turn. No action point, so we get to Kano off the top. We send an Aether Flare. We'll just send it for 1. I don't really care. Yeah, and then we'll Kano off the top. Send 1 damage. Because my whole turn is just going to play this potion. If I can find more potions, that'd be awesome. It's unfortunate that my stream quality is low again. What is causing that? I have nothing else going on the Wi-Fi right now. Like, maybe my kid's tablet is sucking up. My phone's Wi-Fi is off. The TV off. Switch is off. I don't know why the quality is dipped so low. But that is unfortunate. So here we'll just, you know, looking for more potions. It's a Sonic Boom. That's cool. I'll send Sonic Boom for some damage, because it's played as an instant. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my internet. Nothing else is using it right now. So I'm sorry if the quality of the stream isn't the greatest. But yeah, something odd's going on with my internet. No, we do not want to banish it. Okay, and then we'll play potion. Is the video I'm watching on high res? No. It's kind of. Let's just put it at the lowest res because I'm just listening to the audio. Let's pass after that. Okay, so this is block out. Again, I just disrespect the first dagger. This is a decent extender to have as well. Yep, because they're just going to buff the next one anyways. I'm fairly frustrated with that. Not this play, but that my internet is being so crappy. So I want people to enjoy my stream for quality as well as for how I play. Because right now it's frustrating that I have a poor quality stream, resolution wise, according to OBS. So I'm sorry for anybody watching if the quality is not fantastic. They have a decent amount of blues. Sigil, yeah, they're just playing for the long game, which is fine. We can play the long game. With AB1, you're not that safe. You are playing a decent amount of blues, so you can chunk off. So here I would have my first tunic resource that I could use. So keep that in mind. Let's see if we get a second tunic resource. Granted, we would not have used it this turn. So let's see how their turn plays out. We're fairly high health. Oh, they had a vigor token. I'm like, how did he not pay for his attack? Interesting. Okay. So we can... Technically, we could combo here using Overflow or Floodgates. But I think we would get a more meaningful turn by potentially saving the Floodgate. So we do get marked. We don't want to get hit by the next card. If we can save the Flood, that'd be awesome. Okay, we're getting double marked. This is what I mean, where they might just like pump the first attack. Yeah, we took 10. Which is fine. That's not a big deal. We're marked again. They do have go again. Blaze Headlong. Okay. Yeah, I'll just block like this. Keep the Floodgate, because I like it. It's also a blue. I do have go again, so unless this is another attack, which it doesn't appear to be. Why is the quality of my stream so garbage? Or YouTube is not receiving enough video for smooth. I only have 360p. No, there's other qualities available. So it might just be a little laggy. Which is interesting. Okay, so the stream might not be that bad looking. We will just play potion. And then pass. So the frame rate might be a little wonky, but the... Oh, this is not what you'd like to see. Huh. Could I do anything with this hand? I'm at 15, so they could just do a bunch of attacks. I'm thinking. I do have Wildfire here. They have AB1, so I could do like a Kano. And then I could get Wildfire, Lessons, and a Floodgate. That costs me 2, 4, 5. I have 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, this is just normal, so we'll see what we can rock with this. So yeah, we can go Kano, 2, 4, 5. I would get 1 Kano out of this. This is going +2, +2, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. So let's see here. 6 go again, pass. Okay. So here we can think about it. We can go like Kano. We can get 1, 2. We get 2 Kanos off our hand. And that can get me Wildfire, Flood. And then I could Striders the Lessons. Or I can just send Lessons on my turn. I'd rather do that and get a Kindle. to increase the potential damage here. So like there was potential to do a line where we do 2 Kanos, we get Wildfire Floodgate, pay for it, opt this to the bottom, hope there's a blue, and still have another Wildfire. We're just going to get Kindle, guarantee something here. Hopefully we get more blues this way. Sonic Boom's not a bad one because we have the Deja Vu potion. So I'm going to do a little trick that I saw on not Blazing. It was We Make Best. I used to do Kindle first, and then I watched their Kindle video, which is a little old because the tomes were still legal. That's a good pitch to see. So we'll pass here. We're only at 9, so they could potentially kill us. But we're just Kano in response. So basically what I learned from his video was instead of doing Kindle first, as long as you have Ragamuffins, you can guarantee 100% that your Kindle will get, or more like 85%, that your Kindle will get you a blue. But we'll pass the turn. Let's see what he's doing. We're not dead. We're gonna get marked, which is fine. They still have to send another attack at us. I'm guessing this is an Oasis Respite here, which we can get over just fine. Especially if they pitch here. Now it's a Blaze Headlong, so they have no resources. So this is what I learned from the video, is that we want to go Kano here. To Kano here. We want to Boots. Hold priority on Boots, because we're going to draw this Gaze the Ages. So we're going to Potion of Deja Vu here. It doesn't matter, we can always opt after this, but we 100% are drawing this Gaze the Ages. So we want this underneath the Sonic Boom, so that way Sonic Boom hits it. And then we want this on top. And so before Striders resolves, we're going to Kindle. So we guaranteed the card. So even if we had Ragamuffins instead of Deja Vu, like if we just had this, we'll see what the card is that we would have drawn. We can play it out. So now we resolve Striders. And we can resolve the Kanos. We're going to hold this one off for now, because that way we can get another Kano, because this is going to hit that. And then do we have enough for... So I need 2, which that pays for it. And then I have here. So we technically do have a Metacarpus trigger that we can pay for. So we'll do this to pay for staff. Oh. We already have one for staff. All right, that'll be for the Metacarpus then. That's fine. Let the Spellfire Cloak resolve. Here we will Wildfire and pay 1 for Metacarpus. Pay 1. Again, I'm sorry for the stream quality. I'm not sure what exactly is happening here. Okay, so we got that. Wildfire's coming in for 7 because they have no Arcane Barrier. They could have like the random card that says after you took arcane damage, gain 4, which would be interesting. So here we have this floating. We can have this waiting here to see what we get. So Potion Resolve. I like to hold off on this last Metacarpus in case I need that one floating to do something. Here we will Sonic Boom. And we get 10 damage going through. And we get Open the Floodgates. Okay, I would like to guarantee the blues with Open the Floodgates. I'm not letting that Sigil resolve yet. I will opt to. So we have a Kano resolution, which will have an Open the Floodgates, and then we can guarantee a blue here, which is nice. So we will submit. And we'll keep that way because this one is free off Sonic Boom. So you gain your 3 life. We'll have a Kano resolve, another Open the Floodgates, and the blue one is the free one. I'm going to keep that in mind. So Open the Floodgates blue. Cool. And then we have a blue here, and then we have a Metacarpus trigger that we can pay for. and we will pay 1, and we get to draw another 2 cards, and we still have our ragamuffins that we can do. Let's see what this is first, and if it's prognosticate, which is perfect, let's just opt. We won't pay for it because it just should kill because it's for 8. But if we opt off the top, we would see a blue. We'd draw into a red yellow. In that case, we could just Kano with the blue, over pitching and rags, and we'd be able to play the red floodgate, and then we would draw into blazing in a blue, and they would still be dead. But that is a fun trick. If you missed it, when you have Kindle and a bunch of blues, you can. I used to do Kindle first, but you can go Kano, Kano, boots, hold boots, Kindle. If you draw a red, rags it, and if it's a better card, just swap it. Then you can get it off a Kano activation. But yeah, I think I'll do one more game, and then I got to go back to cleaning. And for some reason, my internet is just being hot garbage in regards to my stream quality. So anybody watching, again, I am 100% sorry. I have fast internet. Like, run speed test. Like, my internet's not bad. Like, I got no downloads going on. My phone's Wi-Fi is off. Maybe my kid's tablet is sucking some internet. But I'm the only one that's awake. Like, I have good internet. So I don't know why the stream is so bad in regards to what OBS is telling me. Yeah, connection is fast. Another warrior. We'll go second. And we'll just... So we could have had... We didn't get an extra resource by doing anything. So we'll just keep playing Spellfire. I'm super frustrated. Okay, so we can close this. Minimize that. Enlarge that. Hopefully the quality goes up. So we got potions. We'll just pass. So I'd rather just Kano on their own turn look for more potions. They'll probably just pay for spells. Yeah. And then they have no more action points, so we Kano here. We're just looking for anything really. If we get another 0 cost, it's going to be stonks. Perfect. We have overflow, targeting you into turning that off. Into gaze the ages. Our hand is just insane. Because this is like a godsend. So basically our turn is just going to be Kano 3 times. And use this Deja Vu to get all 3 of our potions. So this is going to be great. Hopefully the quality of the recording is still there. So I can turn this into a fantastic video. And this just proves that you don't need 3 Deja Vus. I'm running 2. And you can get them every turn, every game. And again, that's just a user preference. So here we'll draw another potion. It'd be really cool if our 4th card is just a clarity. No, not quite, but that is still a fantastic card to see. Is this not full screen? No, it was full screen. So basically, since we have 3 potions, we go like that. We go like that. We go like that. And we put them all 3 on top. Top, top. Doesn't matter what order, because we're going to get all 3. Deja Vu. Energy. Energy. Play. 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 Awesome. And then we have a Kindle. Oh, that. This would be a cool hand. Depending on what they do, we can do a non-committal with the Deja Vu. That would be our last Deja Vu, though. But with 3 reds, I'd rather just block. Like that. And we can keep 1. I want the blue. They're going to play a card from hand to buff. Then it's going to get go again. Yeah. Which makes sense. We hit for 3. I'd pay for the grains here because you have enough resources to play for your next deck. Yeah. Hands go again. It's fine. We don't want the counter. I don't want the counter on it. And I can't combo anyways here. It sucks to have 2 of our blazings down. There's warrant to keep it in hand, but I don't want to IP blazing. I mean, I could just get a new set of cards here. See, like, we got a wildfire and we got a clarity. And we could... This is a hand you could combo with. Because we can guarantee blues for the Ragamuffins and the Kindle. And we have an extender. So we'll just let them play out their hand. 7 go again. Yeah, that's fine. Since Kindle is an arsenal, we don't have to play it from hand. It makes it a lot easier to get empty-handed. So we can go Kano. So we'd have to go Kano over pitching, Kano. Okay, take our 7. And then we can think on our own action time after they play again. So here's 4. So pass blocks because I'm not going to block. Do they want any reactions? Because then it'll go back to me and then we'll be able to play. So they did puncture. Okay, this is where we're given a window of opportunity. So we want to rags one of these blues and kindle the other. So we want this as our extender. So we go here. Hold priority there. We Kano again. Then we Deja Vu to ensure the blues are on top. How do I want to go about this order real quick? Let me think. So we have 1 Kano activation. So we want to alternate these. So we'll go blue, overflow, top. Because I'm going to kindle after all this is said and done. We let these 2 resolve. Turn Metacarpus on. So we get our wildfire. They have none floating, 1 card in hand. They only have Arcane Barrier 1. And we're still keeping our Striders, so we could also do a post-combo thing. What was I saying? Yeah. So we get these 2, and then we pay for staff here. So I can pitch to Metacarpus. Metacarpus on the stack. We can kindle here. It doesn't matter what we get, because we can always just Striders if it's a good card. It's not. Then we pay for Metacarpus. And this will come in for +3. So it's dealing 7 unless they pay for 1. Which they do. So we got 6 coming through. We send. I will pay for the Metacarpus because why not? We're just dealing damage at this point. But we have no idea what's on top. I could opt with this. So I have the resources. I might as well get the opt off to guarantee what we see off the top of the deck. No, I don't want to cane Metacarpus this one. I want the resources because I see a 2 cost. That's fine. Yeah, we can opt with that. So we're turning Metacarpus off now because I need the resources to be able to play the next cards. So we can only play 0 costs from here, so we need another 0 cost, which is fine. Like, we're not dead, but we're going to be playing post-combo, essentially. which is super easy when they're at 3 with Arcane Barrier 1. Cool, and we get a Ponder. That doesn't mean a whole lot to us, since our arsenal does not mean much. Depending on what we get,